man, it's been like a fucking month. I feel like it's always Phoenix Wright we do this to, except...
I didn't mean to be gone for that long.
Hasn't a new Phoenix Wright game come out already? I'm pretty sure this is an old game by now.
Yeah, you're right.
Actually, that was a joke. There actually is.
Aren't we old people by now?
Shut up.
We've been playing Ace Attorney for so long that we've aged so much.
At least, and now
All
we
of
can
us
all
here.
have a more accurate judge voice.
It's me, you're right. But hey, today we're going back to Athena and Apollo, and I'm excited about that.
Especially me.
Yes.
Athena. You're welcome for my presents.
So we're just gonna go ahead and get back into it then.
Oh
And
boy.
log out.
Yay!
This is gonna be an interesting
brand
one.
new thing.
I'm excited about this.
It's
I
a
don't wanna
new
die.
case. Ooh,
Ready to do some hamburgers?
look at all of them
Back
bald people.
to America.
Ark?
Oh,
Ark, what are you
Danganronpa!
Ark?
Alright, what are you doing?
I'm killing people. Don't worry about it.
Death.
Sorry, old man Jenkins.
It's time to play some video games.
Oh God!
Wow.
It's noodles.
Oh my god.
Robin!
Shisho's dead? No. Do you think he did it? Oh no, if he did, then what do I do?
That guy that plays games on the internet?
Hey, pull yourself together. Don't worry, I have an idea.
And they just kick the body under the table.
They turn him into a puppet.
They turn
I
him
have
into
an
more
idea. It's
noodles.
never a great thing to say around a dead body. It's like, maybe not.
Unless it's followed up by 911 or I'll call the police, it's probably not a great idea.
Yeah.
May 13th, 9:45 a.m. District Court, Defendant Labino 6. Oh, that's you.
What the heck? Who brings a defendant to his own trial late?
Whoops.
Plus, the request was so last minute, I didn't even have a chance to talk with my client.
He's late for a very important date.
Thank you. We get the reference.
It's a reference.
Yay!
My name is Athena Sykes.
We know that already.
Armed with an analytical psychology and full arsenal of legal know-how.
Bullshit.
I mean, I'm a fully competent defender of the Right Anything Agency. Though I wish my client would show up already. The trial's about to start.
It appears we made it just
no.
in time.
Where have you been? The trial's about to start, Simon.
Oh, this is
Who the fuck
bullshit.
is that?
Oh yes.
This is
It's
bullshit.
There we go.
Who, what the
Oh,
fuck?
boy.
Oh, I love this character. You needn't get worked up, Athena. His
not the
boldness
dark
can
character?
wait.
There's no way he'd wait for me. And besides, why would I want to start off on the wrong foot with him right out of the gate?
Dealing with such matters is a part of being a lawyer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, covering for your lateness is not.
Still, but a rank amateur, I see.
Oh, you did not.
Oh, but I did.
This is Simon Blackwell. He might not look it, but he's actually a prosecutor and a psychology specialist.
I
And
prefer
he's
expert.
a major dick. He and I go way back. As for our shared specialization in psychology, we're both disciples of the same person, so to speak. But he's kind of my senior, I guess.
He's the kind of dick who always gets to twist ice cream at the ice cream parlor.
In
I
the
mean, look
barber
at
shop.
What do you judge him for, Jay?
How many Dalmatians does he have?
But he has one very important pet.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's leave it at that.
Twisted sense of humor or no? I wish he'd stop treating me like a child all the time.
So, where are Right Dono and Justice Dono?
I'm overseas.
Mr. Wright is abroad, and Apollo is helping Trucy with her magic show.
I'm not
Did I
here!
tell you?
They're what? So neither one of them are here, leaving you to take this on alone.
Yep.
Ye gods. Are you guys okay there?
With
Jay.
that ponytail, he looks like a horse's ass!
What the fuck?
Okay.
That's fuck.
fucked up.
Jay. And also, does this mean that Jay doesn't have a character for this trial?
Should I clarify?
Go ahead, Seth.
Apollo is not there this chapter.
Okay, so
At
I guess
all?
Jay's the token judge then.
All right, yeah, he's the judge.
Oh, I didn't read that
Oh,
line,
no.
but that's fine.
Oh no, not too late at all. He would only need to know how to teleport.
Very well. Then I will settle for Justice Stono. Go grab him by the horns and drag him here.
Apollo is literally in the middle of a show, Simon. You may not want to admit it, but I've got what it takes to take on this case. So just leave this to me and go watch from the gallery.
As you... Oh, okay, Jay. Do you want to fix
Sorry.
that?
I bumped
Thanks,
the button.
buddy.
My bad.
As your defense derails in spectacular fashion.
No, as I win the fuck out of this trial.
Wow.
That's very offensive.
You'll be okay, promise. So wipe that look off your face already, will you? Anyway, I take it the guy behind you is,
Yes, he's your... he's asleep again. Oi! Bucky, wake up!
Jay,
Who's
please.
Bucky?
Jay.
Please,
Jay's
Jay.
Bucky.
Oh God, what? Why'd you do that for, sir? Say me? What am I? Oh, what am
He
I?
looks like Teru Teru.
Is he French?
No, don't be.
He's
don't make-
probably Japanese.
Oh,
No, he's American.
He's
Look at that coif.
Japarican.
He's gonna serve you all the burgers.
Who this yalla kitade?
I'm sorry, what, Jay?
Chickadee.
Chickadadari. Who's a chickadadari? Now he's Italian.
God damn.
She is your lawyer, such as it were. I'd say she's more green than yellow, however.
Lawyer? She sure doesn't look it, does she? Is she like your fellow apprentice or something?
I get it, he's drunk. Something like that. I've known her longer than I've known you. You could say we're bound to one another.
Okay. Well done. Ye shall call her McJiggity Dan.
We're
I
what?
mean, whoa!
Simon, this guy's
Or
not only
Discord,
rude,
rather.
but he's
Oh,
3 sheets to
okay.
the wind in his own trial.
Nice, fine.
I know we just met, but I'm about ready to give him a piece of my mind.
Do as you will. Just save it for after the trial.
How are you not the villain? Ms. Jiggity.
Jay, you should play
Don't.
more Phoenix Wright games.
Don't call me that.
How do you do? Simon Hirsch, an old friend of mine. I'm the 4th generation head chef for Wet Soba. Yeah. Wet noodle number 4, Bucky Wet. Nice to meet ya.
He's a wet noodle.
It's
see my
nice to
wet-
meet you too, Mr. Wet.
Mr. Wet.
So he can pull himself together when he wants to. Ugh. If only the trial weren't starting in a few minutes.
Having been accused of a murder that only occurred yesterday, I'm afraid it's taken a toll on the poor boy.
I'm fine. Both of you.
And you happen to be there at the theater where it all happened too, right? And they say they found a Rakugo storyteller murdered in his dressing room?
In America.
Yeah, bless you.
Which is weird, right?
How did he get here all the way from Japan?
Do you even know what that is? Let me explain.
Indeed. The victim, master storyteller Taifu Tornado, was a long time patron of Wet Soba.
You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of the the old man who teaches you new moves in Okami, whose head's been
Oh,
flipped down,
yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He looks just like him. Yeah.
So is his name supposed to be Typhoon and Tornado? Typhoon,
Yeah, I think so.
Tornado.
I
Okay.
think so, yeah.
Master Tornado had been looking after Bucky ever since Wet Noodle number 3 passed away.
I really like the name Master Tornado.
I see. So the victim was kind of like a father to the defendant, huh?
That stupid old father nowadays always dishing my soba.
How dare you speak ill of him?
I'm
Running your-
soba!
It's a pun, you see.
Jesus. Oh.
I'm gonna give everybody 5 seconds to steep in that bad pun.
I'm all good.
Okay. Running your mouth like that is why they suspected you of this murder in the first place. Now pull yourself together. Number 3 must be rolling his grave.
No. But Simon, the police, none of them believish me. They won't listen to me sniffle.
Did you just say sniffle?
No, that'd be
It looks like
dumb
you
this
still-
year.
It looks like he's still in shock from the whole ordeal. Don't worry, Mr. Wet. Everything's gonna be all right.
My
I'm
eyes
gonna
are
defend you with
wet.
everything I've got. You're in good hands now.
You mean you believe me, ma'am?
Not as far as I can throw you, but no matter what, I'll believe in you till the very end.
Jeez, Miss Kakade.
God
Jay.
Now, come on, I need you to shape up, just like those al dente noodles of yours.
Yes, ma'am. My soba is the fresh.
Oh no.
Oh, Christ.
Oh,
Mr. Wet! Oh, Jesus. Oh, no, he's still going. Oh.
Bucky, you great big pillock.
So, exactly how do you know this guy?
I used to frequent Wet Soba, and still do in fact, so I've known him since he was a lad. That's why his father and Master Tornado are always good to me.
Mr. Tornado. I didn't know you liked soba so much, Simon.
I wouldn't expect someone such as you, who eats meat slapped between slabs of bread, to understand the delicate taste and the subtle textures imparted by buckwheat flour.
You're a weeb!
Oh my god.
But I digress.
I'm all about flavor and subtlety and stuff.
If I let Wet Soba end like this, I'll never be able to face number 3 or Master Tornado in the next life.
I see. And that's why you came to me. You wanted somebody you could trust.
It was never my intention of asking you.
I'll show him. I'll show him I can handle it just fine.
Well, I believe it's just about time.
What? We haven't even properly discussed the case yet.
Is he the prosecutor?
What's the matter? You look nervous, Athena. Don't tell me you're chickadeeing out.
Oh, get fucked. I'm just trembling with the excitement of battle, that's all. Off gets. Let's do this. Come on, Mr. Wet, whatever your name is. Get off the floor! Oh, Jesus, please stop. We've got a case.
Yes, Miss Chickadee. I'm gonna do my best.
Okay.
What? Is that his
Oh,
phone?
wet soba, wet soba, wet soba, wet soba.
He didn't say that.
That was his phone, I think.
This is his phone.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hello. 2 bowls of noodles, sauce to know can do. Kinda busy at the courthouse. Huh? They hung up. They
I
may-
wonder why.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it.
He's not gonna do himself or his case any favors like this, Simon. Maybe we should let him go get some rest somewhere?
Let me rest. Ah. Baby, if I were a lump of regular flour dough and funde noodles.
Oh my god.
Udon.
Oh my god.
I'm drunk.
Udon.
It's fine. But I'm fresh like my soba. You don't let sober do rich. It's all about the 3 freshies. Grind the buckwheat seeds fresh. Cut up the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
He's dead.
He's blacked out.
it's probably better this way. I mean, I knew something like this would happen. Simon, what are these 3 freshes of soba he was talking about? It seems very relevant.
He just gets all excited, like, oh, let me tell you about this. First, buckwheat seeds or grout are ground to make buckwheat flour. Then dough made with this flour is cut with a large rectangular knife into noodles.
Okay.
And finally, the buckwheat noodles are boiled. Each step is done immediately, one after the other, so that the soba is fresh when eaten.
Ah, so that's what he meant.
I love that.
That's definitely not gonna come back later.
He was so into that idea.
I wouldn't want him to make any soba right now, because he ain't soba. Same joke. Same joke.
I don't get it.
Why do we play this game? At the end, this is no time for idle chatter. You need to get into the courtroom now. Just remember, as a prosecutor, I will be unable to lend you a hand. So don't expect any help from my court.
There you go, treating me like I'm incompetent again. For your information, I wasn't planning on asking you for help anyway. Ugh, just you wait. I'll show you, Simon. Simon!
Simon!
Mr. Wright and Apollo may not be here, but that's all right. I can do this on my own. I don't need no stinking gentleman on my stand. I can do this. I am a powerful woman.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. May 13th, 9:50 a.m. District Court, courtroom, no far.
No.
Not far.
No far. All rise, please, if you wouldn't mind, please.
Man, I have been to a
Everybody stand
courtroom
up.
now, and that's really weird. Am I still the judge?
Right, Saps, what do you
I
think?
think
I mean, I'm still
Saps
just
might
Bucky.
be
Bucky won't talk a lot, right?
Saps, what do you think?
I'm not sure. I don't.
I could old man the crap out of him. Come on.
You could, but you also have Bucky. And
Does Bucky say a lot?
Well, we could have Saps be the judge for now, and then if anything
Is there
changes...
gonna be another character that comes in, Saps, that...
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's just let Jade do the...
Okay, all right.
Oh.
Court is now in session for the trial of Bucky Wet.
Oh,
I
right, she's a
forgot
maid.
it looked like this. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
What are you wearing?
Well-
What are you doing here?
The prosecution is fully prepared, Your Honor.
That is not who I was expecting to be there.
Yeah. What's this? No prayer this time, Professor Sunbody?
Professor Sodmati!
Yeah.
What?
I
Oh,
have
why-
many
What?
talents.
Professor?
I also am a professor of law, and also a double major of kicking your ass.
Damn!
That is correct, Your Honor. To expedite these proceedings, I completed them beforehand in the lobby.
We all appreciate that.
How very thoughtful of you. By the way, what brings you back to this country? Again.
I am a very busy man. I have 8 million frequent flyer miles. Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth himself called me to handle this case. Besides, I have a debt to repay. And though my opponent is yet a callow thing, I have no qualms with sending her down to hell.
If you have a score to settle, it's with Apollo, not me. But more importantly,
You tell him.
I am not a callow thing. I'm qualified and a capable attorney.
Then what is that yellow attire, if not proof of your immaturity, you small spring chick?
Did they
I mean,
reference?
I guess it's...
No.
I just didn't change this for the DLC costume.
Now cease your shrill chirping.
Now, Prosecutor Sanmati. She is still only a teenager. Please, go easy on her.
Great. Now the judge is giving me a kid treatment.
Goo-goo.
Aha!
Very well. Shall we begin, Your Honor?
Yes, I suppose we should. Now then, Prosecutor Sanmati, please give us your opening statement.
I'll show them what I can do. They'll be sorry they underestimated me.
Shut
You
up,
know
my
nothing
lady.
of the case so far.
Certainly. Let the last rites of the victim commence.
The-
The incident is believed to have occurred at around 4 p.m. yesterday, May 12th, at a storyteller's theater called Kurukurute. The victim was a great master of the Tornado School of Rakugo, or comedic storytelling. His name was Taifu Tornado.
I could study that.
I will now pause for the requisite giggling. Yes, thank you. Okay, good. The scene of the murder was the theater's dressing room. It is accessible via the staff entrance hallway and has an inner and outer sliding door.
Nice! Backstage diagrams, but out of the court record.
Good input.
The estimated time of death is between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. The cause of death is suffocation, though how the victim suffocated is yet to be determined.
He drowned in his noodles.
Out of this dirt.
Yeah, I'm sure that he just decided to fall asleep there. The autopsy found nothing unusual in his lungs or stomach, save for 20 pounds of ramen broth, and there is no murder weapon.
Oh, the murder weapon was the ramen.
I will now submit the incident report to the court.
Nice! Crime scene reports, but out of the court record. Yeah.
Your enunciation gets worse every time, but I'm here. That was good. Prosecutor said, Maddie, how can you name Mr. Wet as the culprit when you don't even know the victim was killed?
Gasp!
Maybe he's still alive.
Maybe he's just napping in his noodles.
You don't know.
She's stupid. Yes?
Volshain? No, what happened to Volshain happening to me? Or what happens to me happened to Volshain?
Wait, what?
We
Was
can
it?
hear you, Saps.
Yeah, but I can't hear Volshain.
Falshane is dead.
Falshane, you still there?
What was saying?
Hello.
Oh, there we
Oh,
are.
there you
There
are.
he is.
I
Okay,
thought you were
this is like the third time this has happened. Occasionally, for some reason, everything will go silent for me, and I'm guessing you can't hear me during that time either.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can.
No.
That's right.
So
We thought you were dead.
I don't know what's up with that. I mean, on the inside, sure, but I mean, the old bone cage is still rattling. Anyway.
Well, hopefully it doesn't happen again.
While it is true that the weapon and precise methods are as of yet unknown, the accused is the only one who had the opportunity to commit murder. I will explain this assertion in further detail as we continue.
I guess this means he has some kind of evidence. Evidence.
Okay. Now, would the accused care to plead his case? Or even be present, for that matter?
He is very inebriated.
Yeah. Come to think of it, where is the defendant, Miss Sykes?
Sorry, Your Honor. I'm afraid Mr. Wet isn't feeling very well and is resting in the infirmary.
Surely it is the lack of a clear conscience that impedes him from facing this court.
Great. Starting off on the wrong foot already.
Great.
Mr. Wet is the head of a chef, or is a head chef. He's not the head of a chef. Is the head
He's
chef
the head of a chef.
also murdered. Mr. Wet, the head chef of a soba shop frequented by the victim. On the day of the incident, Mr. Wet went Wet went to the theater at the victim's request.
He went. Wait.
Wet went. Taifu Tornado was a connoisseur of soba. Could somebody please have that one chatty member in the audience removed? Just start calling him Chris. As you can see in these photographs,
We ain't gonna make the joke. Continue.
Sorry. Yes.
No.
he was apparently making soba himself. He was apparently making himself soba, actually.
He was making him soba. I'm so funny, you guys.
In his
You
dressing
are
room
creepy.
that very day. The soba found at the scene is likely the soba he himself made there.
I thought that the way that sentence was structured, the soba found this evidence was relevant to our case. It was fascinating. The soba's very good.
Yeah.
It's excellent soba.
Nice.
Liking the soba, one thing. Making it into theater dressing rooms a bit much. No?
Oh?
Master Tornado truly had a passion for soba, didn't he? For a man that liked to be murdered by soba, chef is simply unthinkable. Oh.
Is it though?
And
Yes!
the accused had ample motive. For in the victim's safe, we discovered the deed to the accused's shop. Mr. Wet was to inherit Wet Soba when he lost his father recently.
Oh, that's sad. Sorry about that, buddy.
However, it's believed the victim stole the shop's deed during the transfer process. The prosecution believes the accused killed the victim in order to get the deed back.
Nice! What's up with D has been out of the court record.
A murder over the deed to a shop. That does sound like a plausible motive.
So that's what this case is about. I sure wish I had known that, like, 5 minutes ago. I could have contributed more than just 1,000 buckets of cold sweat.
Defense? From your demeanor, I gather you know very little about the details of this case.
I know everything about everything, and how dare you?
Literally everything he just said
Yes.
is new to you.
Shut up!
Alright.
I'm sorry, did you not think that was my answer? Because that was my answer.
Yeah, you're right.
You are dishonoring the soul of the victim by lying in the courtroom today.
Damn.
Wow.
You
He got
are an
me.
embarrassment to your profession. You putrid egg yolk.
You called me a fucking what? I'm sorry.
Egg yolk.
I'm not egg yolk. I started and I'm an egg yolk.
I am ready to call my witness, Your Honor.
Oh.
It's a butterfly.
I'm back, bitches!
Let us listen to the words of one who was present when the crime was discovered.
It all
This
started.
butterfly. Someone who was there when the victim's body was found.
Oh no.
That person's probably the murderer.
Problem.
Whoops,
well,
might as well
witness.
just wait here until somebody finds me like this.
Eh,
Witness, please take the stand.
Gamer Saps, who's doing it? Who is it?
Who is
Hold on.
Oh.
Is it
Is
Is
it a
Scary
lady?
Oh.
Man?
Sexy lady.
Lady?
Oh,
It's
wait,
damn!
what are you doing here?
Never mind. I forgot who it was.
Oh,
I'm
he's
gonna
dead
talk
now.
to myself now, guys. Get ready. Please state
This is
your
what I live
name and
for.
occupation.
Do you want both of these characters, or do you want me to?
I mean, if somebody really wants to take over Nayuta for this case, they can. I won't withhold that from them. But, dear God, I'm about to just, like, nerd splurge all over this if you let me play both characters.
All right, go for it,
Please,
go for it.
please.
Simon Blackwell, prosecutor.
Ow!
Prosecutor Blackwell? You didn't tell me you were going to take the stand.
There simply wasn't time.
To tell me anything.
What a shame, Prosecutor Blackwell. Had you shared the damning scene you witnessed beforehand with the defense, we could have moved this trial along and saved the victim's soul that much faster.
I would like to know exactly what Prosecutor Blackwell's excuse is, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's
why
find
did we
out.
not have...
Too
Why
bad
did
Blue never tell us.
Did we not have time to find out a single thing before we got here?
We're
I'm
too
sorry
busy
for
watching
accusing
somebody
you of
vomit.
murder. The damning scene. What in the world did Simon see?
Prosecutor Samadhi, was it? Before I
Simon
give my
say?
testimony, there's something I'd like to confirm. By all means. This case involves rakugo, a very traditional form of Japanese comedic storytelling.
Of course you would
Do
know
you
about
have
that.
enough knowledge of this art form to handle the case completely, or competently, or both?
No.
Are you
mean, yes.
implying that I am not qualified for this case? Not yet. I am simply trying to ascertain your familiarity with the topic.
I
For
like
now.
this.
It is a prosecutor's duty to learn the background of any case he takes on.
I hope it's like this for the rest of the stream.
Please.
I did some research on Rakugo last night and have grasped the overall idea of it.
It's like Ultra Despair Girls if Komaru was nude.
How much could you possibly grasp in a single night?
Aw.
Butterflies.
I can find twice as high.
Rakugo is a form of entertaining storytelling.
Oh.
In it, the storyteller sits alone on the stage with only a fan and a towel as...
Oh.
It went on and on and on, and as the Rakugo artist tells long whimsical stories, giving each character a distinct voice, this traditional art was originally invented by monks to make sermons more interesting.
Huh.
The way
Neat.
it
You read a
was.
really long Wikipedia article.
Are you satisfied? If not, I could explain the 12 types of endings to such stories. Or shall I perform the famous story of Jumego instead? Jugamo, sorry, my bad. It appears you have put on a bit of study. Your acknowledgement is most welcome, Prosecutor Blackwell. This one's not me. Go ahead, Jay.
No, you can just keep doing the judge.
I can see why you are known for being quite thorough in your research, prosecutor.
Which one?
Now, I would love to see you perform that story you mentioned, if you don't mind. I mean, we're not in a courtroom or anything, God.
If that is your honor's request.
Do it!
The world is a stage, and I...
Hang on a second. Whoa. Your Honor, can we please get back to the trial? I don't give a fuck.
I love that double slap at the desk.
Oh, right, of course. I nearly forgot. Sorry.
Seriously? Of all the things for you to forget.
Yeah, it's fine.
Literally doing your job.
Now then, back to the case. Yes. Prosecutor Blackwell, please tell us this court what you witnessed.
Yeah, prosecutor, talk. Talk more.
Yes.
You got it, buddy.
What Simon saw. Blackwell?
Oh no.
Prosecutor Simon
He
Blackwell?
lives, and he died.
Oh no.
Gundam? Gundam.
I'm typing.
Okay, here.
Wait, I hear
I
typing.
can hear you typing.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, there it goes.
Hello.
We can tell it's you because of your fucking keyboard.
Fuck you. Okay, I like my keyboard.
I do
went to
too,
the-
just.
I went to the theater yesterday and arrived at approximately 4 p.m. I went straight to Master Tornado's dressing room to say hello. Bucky went into the dressing room thereafter, only to come storming out a while later. Master Chris's junior disciple, Uendo, apparently had entered the room soon after. That's when Uendo discovered Master Chris's body.
Please tell me his first name is In, and he'd be Innuendo.
Oh, that would be great.
Please.
Now, and then just wait a second here, Prosecutor Blackwell. With testimony like that, you're practically accusing Mr. Wet of the crime.
All I can do is state what I saw. I can't help how it appears. But a qualified and capable attorney such as you should be able to dispatch with it, right?
Well, I mean, duh. All right, I guess I better start by getting all the info out of him that I can.
So press everything.
Cross-examination. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we got
Everything on everything.
Shit of everything. Yo, what's Simon's up? Hey, I
went
want to
to
hear
the
about the
yesterday,
theater
arrived
yesterday.
at-
Tell me about 4 p.m. Tell me. Tell me.
Prosecutor Blackwell, what did you go to the theater for in the first place?
The same goddamn reason anybody goes to a theater. I went because I had received an invitation from Master Chris.
That's
Here,
why anybody
see
goes to a theater?
Yeah, only because you're
See,
invited.
see for yourself! It was a special show commemorating his junior disciple Wendo's promotion. It was also an occasion to announce the boy's succession to the stage name of Wendo 2.
So what exactly does it mean to succeed to a stage name?
You really don't know, do you? In the performing arts, a name succession is when an artist inherits a predecessor's name.
I see. So there was another Unedo Rakugo artist before, and this disciple succeeded him. And what exactly did your invitation say?
It contained a simple letter of salutations and an outline of the show's program.
Sounds important.
Oh! It appears Typhoon Tornado was going to perform Toki Soba, or Time Soba.
He was gonna what?
Toki Soba. He's famous for his masterful pantomime of eating soba, using only a fan as a prop.
How?
I feel like they're referencing something and I don't get it.
No, it's just a really... They're basically playing off of the idea of Rakugo Theater, which is kind of silly and goofy. So basically, they're just saying he does a silly play where he eats soba with a fan.
Alright.
I bet the localization team loved to do this one.
We can't call them jelly donuts.
Noodles and Noodle Theater!
Oh, Jesus.
God,
Thanks, for
Thank-
Kids Entertainment.
Okay. It seems you know a thing or two about Rakugo yourself, your boldness. The first to perform was the senior disciple, Geru, followed by Wendo. And lastly, Master Chris.
Nice! Invitation been out of the court record.
What I'm learning from this is that I'm going to address every judge as your baldness. Because that's acceptable behavior in a courtroom.
The judge is a 40-year-old woman with a full head of hair and still
Thank you,
refers-
your baldness. I'm sorry, what did you call me?
She touches her hairline.
I see, so that's why you happen to be the storyteller. So what happened after you arrived?
I went straight to Master Tornado's dressing room to say hello.
Hold it!
Why would you be polite?
And how did Master Tornado appear when you said hello to him?
That's racist. As an aficionado of the Japanese culture, I will not have you take Tornado-sama's name.
You're a
in vain.
weeb!
Weeb!
Or as someone in
Now-
the chat said, a goth weeb. Which,
Yeah.
I'm a geeb!
Oh, Jesus.
Or a weeaboth, whatever. I'm still working on it. I went with the invitation of greeting him, but ultimately we didn't actually meet.
You didn't see him? Why not?
Giro escorted me to the dressing room. But we heard the sound of Rakugo being performed from within. Thinking the Masters was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until he was done.
You heard Rakugo being performed in the dressing room?
Yes, not just me, but Giro as well. In other words, you can confirm that the victim was still alive around 4 p.m. Correct. I couldn't hear him clearly through the doors, but I'm sure it was Master Chris.
Weeaboth is my favorite Pokemon.
I could tell because it was the time sober routine being performed in there.
So that means the victim was killed sometime after that. Or there was a recording like every other time we thought we heard something.
what?
Why is everybody recording their own voices and making it sound like they're not at the scene of the crime?
Well,
Damn it.
I mean, performing arts, recording yourself and listening back to it can be an actual form of practice. Let's not...
Oh. He's actually fair this time.
Bucky went into the dressing room thereafter, only to come storming out a while later,
Hold it.
holding it.
Please tell us in detail how Mr. Wet appeared at the time. Was he wet?
He was very dry, actually. It's a bit of a misnomer. Geru and I were waiting in the hallway for Master Chris to finish practicing, when Bucky appeared and entered the dressing room with his things.
What happened after that?
We heard what sounded like Bucky shouting inside the room. About 10 minutes later, Bucky came back out of the dressing room looking rather irate. This is most likely when the murder was committed. The victim was an elderly man. It would have been entirely possible to kill him with the span of 10 minutes.
I'd better come up with some kind of counter-argument and fast.
Geru is supposed to be pronounced as Geru, and this is coming from somebody that not only has studied Japanese for several years, but also has been to the country and spoken with the locals. So
Look at the size
you
of my
may
weeaboo dick!
think it's
Oh, weeb! Weeb! Oh my god, this weeb! Oh my god!
He just
now,
rolled a
yes,
17 on
it's
his
true
weed
that
Damn!
it is supposed to be heard as Gale, and that is if you take the English
Oh my God.
pronunciation.
Oh my
So,
god, you
I'll
weeb!
grant you that.
Weeb!
But it's Geru for the actual pronunciation.
Oh my god.
I can't outread you this time.
And then I
This
curtsied
time?
because fuck you.
Eh,
Um, Master Chris's junior disciple, Unedo, apparently had entered the room soon after.
What? I'm sorry, I blacked out. What happened?
I got hit
I'm
so by
sorry.
so much weeb!
I just was overwhelmed. What do you mean by apparently? Didn't you see him go in?
No,
You
I
fucking
couldn't. I was blinded by the weeboo. I wasn't able to see the dressing room door from where I was standing at the time. But Geru was right in front of it, so I'm sure she saw it all.
Oh, she. Okay.
I see. And why do you suppose Nato went to the dressing room anyway?
He had just finished his routine, so he was making a courtesy call. A disciple is to pay their master respect right before and after each performance.
And all disciples are expected to do this?
Did you not just hear me say that?
I don't know, man. I've only listened to like 20% of what you're saying after that weeb shit.
Nandale!
No! No! Oh, Jesus. It hurts.
Don't forget, this guy also calls people by Dono.
Oh, yeah. This guy's such a fucking weeb.
Hi! It's common courtesy among Rakugo artists.
No. I see. Could you tell us what happened after Unedo went in the dressing room?
And don't be embarrassed,
No.
Otter Pop Tart. I'm the one that basically put myself on the chopping block intentionally there. You
No,
have
really.
nothing to be embarrassed about. I
really don't.
intentionally have everything to be embarrassed about.
Fall Shade has everything. No.
I mean, I'm embarrassed for Fall Shade.
we're all embarrassed.
Trust me, these people have met me in person. They know how embarrassing I am.
I haven't.
We
Okay,
like hang
except
out with
for
him on
Saps.
purpose.
But you should be.
Whose
Saps should
fault
be
is that,
equally
Saps?
embarrassed.
Saps is embarrassed because he's in Norway, and that's just embarrassing.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh man. Okay. Okay.
We're having
Certainly.
Go back to your edgelordiness.
Gamer Saps, are we gonna get characters?
fun.
No! Shut up! You just listen to this madness.
I am enjoying
That's
this.
when
as much as you guys
Uendo
are.
discovered Chris's, excuse me, body.
Master Chris. And how did Onedo act at the time?
After Uendo had been in the dressing room for 2 or 3 minutes, he heard a scream from inside the room, and Uendo came flying out.
Did you hear any signs of struggle at that time?
No, just Uendo's woeful scream.
I see.
Trust
Did you
me,
read the same comments?
Gundam's voice.
Is much more intense!
Okay, you get a point.
Yeah,
You get a point.
Full
Dark devils of destruction!
But you have to admit, Blackwell is basically a toned down Gundam.
Yeah,
He
I mean,
looks a lot like him. He
both
looks like the same fucking
visually,
character.
like personality-wise, they are very similar. They could be like cousins.
Danganronpa.
Oh my gosh.
Dang it, Ron Paul.
Well done, Prosecutor Blackwell. Your testimony has given us quite a glimpse into the sequence of events.
Oh, now I
Thank
hear
you,
you.
Prosecutor Blackwell. And now please allow me to summarize your something. While Prosecutor Blackwell and Geru were in the hallway waiting for Master Chris, the accused came along and entered the dressing room with some items in tow. He was heard shouting for a time inside the dressing room. And about 10 minutes later, he came back out of the room, seeming rather angry. A short time after the accused had come and gone, Uendo Tornado went into the room. So is it his daughter? A few minutes later, after having discovered the victim's body, Uendo gave a scream.
Yeah, but Wendo.
Boo! Also, apparently they have a dog.
And came running out into the hallway from within.
Wait, is Wendo the dog?
What?
I think Wendo's the dog.
I wouldn't put it past
I'm
Phoenix.
calling it.
Isn't this? Oh, where's my? Oh, I can't.
You don't.
I can't cursor here. The U isn't you Uendo? It's the U is Uendo, the G
Yeah.
is Geru, and the B is Blackwell. And okay. Anyway,
Prosecutor Blackwell and Geru then ran into the room and saw the body for themselves. From the circumstances, it is quite clear that the accused murdered the victim. Ow, Jesus.
This is critical testimony indeed.
Nice. Simon Blackwell's statement has been out of the court record.
critical
Has.
testimony.
Ew.
Defense. An eyewitness has given conclusive testimony. Why not let it all go now and allow the victim his last rites?
Not on your life. If Uendo went into the dressing too and was first to discover the body.
What?
Reading.
I think that we lost the word room there.
Yeah, I think the word
If
room got left
Wendo
out.
went into the dressing too and was the first to discover the body, then who's to say he didn't commit the crime?
Uendo was in the dressing room for a mere 2, perhaps 3 minutes.
That
And
could
in
be.
that time, anything could have happened.
No.
Oh, no.
Judge, Your
No.
Honor, please.
Your Honor, no.
That was the last case.
He could not have possibly committed a murder in that time, nor without making any noise.
I live for Saps snickering in the back. Oh, Simon, why did you have to give the awful testimony? Prosecutor Blackwell, can't you give me something a little better to work with here?
Isn't it up to you to ask the right questions? I
Damn.
am certainly willing to tell you all that I know. So if you truly are as capable as you claim, then draw out what you need yourself.
That is not how this works. I have no time for your twisted games, Prosecutor Blackwell. Just admit that you don't know it all that well.
Satsura!
What he
That.
said.
Prosecutor Blackwell, watching you collude with the defense like this, I see that you are no prosecutor. Begone, witness. You shall haunt this sacred hall no more. How dare you treat me like some evil spirit to be exorcised?
Have you looked yourself in the
remember
mirror?
This. Only half of me is evil. The other half is actually pretty good. Did you see? It's kind of my thing. Going for that.
Yeah, we get it!
I like the look you got going on, actually. It's a look. It's a look.
I'll remember
Gallery
this,
begins
you
muttering about his
blackguard.
haircut.
I just got a haircut today. What's wrong with it?
Don't worry, prosecutor edgelord. I've got this.
No, he's from the first. Oh wait, you said edgelord. Sorry.
Yeah.
Would I have my way, he would not be the only one here to step down. You half-boiled putrid egg yolk.
Oh, I object to the notion that I'm gooey.
You're also smelly. Prosecutor
No.
Blackwell's testimony was like the lowly opening act of a Rokugo show. He may hold the title of prosecutor, but this time he stood on the side of the defense. To restore balance to this trial, I would like to present an actual witness for this prosecution.
Judge.
Jay.
Jay, you okay?
No, I'm sorry. It's the
You
way
okay
you said-
there?
No, she said gooey.
I knew it was that. I knew it.
Anyway, and who is this witness?
Golly.
The person who was with Prosecutor Blackwell when the body was discovered.
Oh
Is
boy.
that Gedu?
She is another entertainer of the Tornado School, Ms. Gedu Tornado.
Oh, Gale Tornado. Okay, got it.
Oh,
Oh,
good catch,
boy.
good catch.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Hello.
High, low, all of what?
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Am I not allowed to take this character?
I think I should
I don't
take
like
this.
anything.
I would
Okay,
say I
alright.
should take this one and you should take the next one.
Okay, alright, that's fair.
Oh no!
I'll wait.
Coming back.
I would like to imagine as the camera's panning up, it's like, oh no, she's ah!
Ah, Jesus!
Please state your name and occupation, Witten.
Oh no. Oh,
Twist it, twist.
I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. I
That's balloon. There you have it. A stunning balloon hat.
hate it.
It's me, the balloon artist you all know and love, Gayer Tornado. Just call me Gayer, sweetie. And 1, 2, balloon.
Christ!
Oh, no.
What a way to capture the audience attention! I dare
Judge!
get in my eyes off those balloons.
Oh, please tell me you're talking about the hat, Your Honor.
Oh, Mr. Chachi. I'm so glad you liked my performance. Would you consider joining my fan club, pretty please?
This is as bad as April May. Jesus Christ.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh. And please leave your fanboying after the trial, Your Honor. It's very distracting. Anyway, Kiru, I can't help but notice you seem awfully cheerful about having just lost your master.
Of course I'm sad. But Shisho... Shisho?
Is that the dog? Is that the dog?
I think that's his first name, Master
Oh.
Tornadoes.
No, it's Tofu.
Taifu?
Yeah,
Taifu.
Taifu.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I have no idea.
Yeah.
Huh.
Never show sadness. Smile, smile, smile with a twisty, twisty twist.
What? Whoa.
And blue! There you have it. One gorgeous cake.
I see. Yes, an entertainer's gonna do what an entertainer's gonna do. She's freaking me out! Her balloon art is worse than a Rorschach test. All I see is a separate monster head.
What?
Gator, you obviously a balloon something. How do you, yes, how do you come up with a member? How did you come to be a member of the Rakugo School?
Well, my father, my late father, that is, was a Rakugo artist, you see. So I joined the Tornado School, to be just like my daddy someday.
I see.
My father and I owe so much to Shisho, our master. But that Bucky Wet. Oh, how could he? I want to see him pay for what he's done as quickly as possible.
Your distress is entirely understandable, and my condolences for your balloons.
Please stop
Thank you.
doing that.
And not only that, but he...
You have more to say about Mr. Wet?
Every time he comes to deliver soba to us, he yells at me. He always tells me to get away.
Is there any reason that he would say something like that to you? Maybe because you're really creepy.
What? No! He says the smell of my perfume will get into his soba and ruin it. Like, how can he say that? This is a great scent.
How very rude of him! I don't blame you for being upset.
Judge, shut up.
Excuse me. Your Honor, please don't let your balloons bias your judgment.
God fucking damn it.
And Mr. Wet hasn't been proven guilty yet, remember?
I'm so sorry. If she wasn't the only witness, I swear I would not have brought her into this.
I am very uncomfortable.
It will be interesting to see how long that fire of yours will last, Defense. Now then, Geru, please share the truth with this court.
Yes, Geru, your testimony, please.
I can't look at her.
It's the nose, honestly.
Before the murder was discovered.
From 4 p.m. till a little after the read number p.m., Mr. Shisho's body.
Wah, 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 wah.
Simon and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Before Randos discovered the body, the only person who had gone in the... was Bucky. What? Oh. Come to think of it, a little bit well before Bucky showed up, Jugumi no Pipe no whatever his name was barking like
Jugemu.
Jugumu. I was trying to do the Ace Attorney. No, the
Just a jiggaroo.
Full Metal Alchemist joke.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Got it.
Alright.
Professor Blackwell, do you have any objections to this witness's testimony? No. Make up your bloody mind, sad monk Sunmuddy. First you exercise me, now this. You need only do as you are instructed by this humble servant of the Holy Mother. As there are no objections, Your Honor, let us move on to the salvation of the victim's soul.
Falshane edgelording back and forth.
Allow me to sass talk myself. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, I'm the defense attorney here, Prosecutor Zidmati, and I just might have an objection or two once I actually cross-examine the witness.
Oh.
So what are you asking Prosecutor Blackwell for? I'm the one you should be checking with.
There is a passage in the sacred scriptures of Kurinism. It says, "Shut thy mouth.
Oh.
To stir the wind is beyond the power of a spring chick." In other words, the inexperienced are useless. With that in mind, it seems more judicious to consult Prosecutor Blackwell. He doesn't even see you as an adversary, Sextoner.
Well, I wouldn't let either one of you insult me. You're both fucking weebs.
Neither of you get the right to talk to me, God!
Your Honor, I'm ready to cross-examine the weebness. I mean the witness.
I hope you can make Prosecutor Samadi see you as a worthy adversary, Miss Sykes. I'll allow you to cross-examine, so you better strike it while the iron is hot.
God,
I don't want to talk to her. I can't talk to her.
I can't look at her.
You have to talk to
I don't
her.
want to talk
You
to
have
her.
to talk
I
to
hate
her.
it.
Talk to her. Before the murder was discovered.
From 4 p.m. to a little after read number p.m., Mr. Shido's body was found.
So the murder must have happened sometime in those 20 minutes, correct? But 20 minutes isn't a lot of time, is it?
I don't know.
I'm just a humble balloon artist.
It's just
I mean-
called planning.
What do you want to say? That's what happened, you know?
Oh my god, I hate her.
Isn't that right, Simon?
I hate her.
I just imagine that they're sharing the witness booth right now. Like they're sitting squeezed in together, and he's just pouting, and she's like wiggling the balloon at him. Isn't that right, Blackwell?
Yes, Geru and I can both confirm that Master Tornado still arrived at around 4 p.m.
Oh yeah, you can, can't you?
See? Simon and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room.
The fact that the two of you were there in front of the dressing room means that you were able to see everyone who went in and out, right?
Of course. Are you insinuating that I was daydreaming or sleeping while standing up or something?
No, of course not.
I saw everything, I tell you.
Right, okay. Anyway, you're a really freaky person.
Before we went to discover the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky.
Only the defendant and Unado entered around the time of the murder.
That's right. That's why I must have been Bucky. It must have been Bucky who killed poor Shisho.
Let's take a deep breath, okay, Gator? So, not a single other person set foot in the dressing room during that time?
I already told you over and over, didn't I? There was nobody else.
Wow, Sass Master.
I must apologize on the lawyer's behalf. Even her memory is that of a spring chick's. Please overlook her transgressions as best you can.
Oh, I see. Poor thing. Hang in there, sweetie.
Oh my god.
I need the clown to shut up.
I hate her!
I'm loving this more than I thought I would.
Your Honor, I don't
Hey,
feel
are
as
you
if I
calling-
can prosecute this case any longer, as I've just found out that I am racist against clowns.
Hey, I'm also racist against clowns. I'm sorry. Are you calling a bird brain?
Come to think of it, a little while before Bucky showed up, Drugamu was barking like mad.
Jugamu?
That's my doggy. I
Oh.
keep him at the theater.
Got it.
Let's see. With a twisty twist.
The cake! That's
And
terrifying.
blue. There you have it. My cute little Drugamu.
He's kind of creepy looking.
He sure shit is.
Oh, but he's a really, really good boy.
And, why was Jugamu barking? Do you think it's because he saw someone suspicious? If so, then we'd have a new suspect in this case.
Why am I the one holding the controller when you're the voice actor? You should be doing that.
Okay.
There we go.
Now, why was he barking again? Oh, I remember. Because it was time for me to feed him. So I went into his yard and gave him some food.
Couldn't somebody have slipped into the dressing room while you were doing that?
Nope. The door out into the yard was wide open. I would have seen if ever anybody went into the dressing room.
Prosecutor Blackwell, come down to the stand for a sec, please.
How many times must I do this?
You saw what Geru was talking about, right? So why didn't you mention it before?
I can't be expected to remember every minute detail.
Well, remember them now, please. Did Geru go into the yard?
I guess. Remember now that she went to feed Jugemu.
Jugum is cute.
And I saw her looking towards the dressing room quite frequently as well.
There's more food than dog.
Also, she doesn't look half as ridiculous, and I guess that's the point, as when she's in her clown getup.
She's dressed as a clown.
Okay, yeah, that's why I said I guess that's the point, but it
Yeah.
was weird to see her look like a normal human being for 3 seconds.
Right.
Do you recall anything else?
It looked as though she was feeding the dog a great quantity of dumplings or something. Jugemu couldn't finish them all, so he buried the rest in a corner of the yard. That's about all I can remember.
Nice. Simon Stevens stood up in the corker.
It looks like Gator was telling the truth.
How do you figure?
Your Honor, I'd like Gator's last statement added to the testimony.
As you wish, defense.
I was in the yard, but the door was wide open, so I could keep watch on the dressing room.
You know what this means, right, Gator?
No.
You weren't in the hallway the entire time after all, were you?
Well, okay, so I did go out in the yard.
He just went out
She
to
went
the
out to
yard.
the yard.
Apparently. Yeah, nice.
Well, okay, I did go out into the
Yeah.
Oh, so what happened to me, or happened to Fulton, happened to me there?
Yep.
I went out into the yard, but it was just for a second.
You went to the yard.
And the yard door was wide open, so I could still be in the dressing room the whole time. See the dressing room the whole time.
The door was open so she could still see the dressing room the whole time?
The whole time.
Prosecutor Blackwell, I need you on the stand again. Sorry.
What am I, your lady in waiting?
Yes.
And you're a beautiful one. Do you remember anything about the time Gator was in the yard?
Simply that Jugemu buried the food he couldn't finish in the corner of the yard. That's about all I can remember.
Thanks. I really didn't need to hear about the dog again, though.
Do you want me to stay? Should I stay? Should I go back?
Just
Do you want me to walk back?
shut up about the
Tell
dog.
me, tell me, where do you want me to stand?
Stop!
Can I speak now?
Yes.
No!
I'm gonna go back.
Okay, I'll
Have to
just
look
go
at you.
then. When I finished feeding Jugemu, I returned to the hallway. And then I saw Bucky go into the dressing room. No question about it.
Okay, so around the time of the murder, Gator and Simon were hanging out just outside the dressing room. Guess I'm going to have to find a flaw in there somehow if I want to get anywhere.
From 4 p.m. to a little after weed number p.m. when Shisha's body was found. Simon and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room.
This is
Should I
probably
press
gonna
her
have.
on this again now that this is different?
Is it different?
Well,
It's
she
prob-
wasn't standing.
Well, I think we have the next line was changed, right?
Before
This
we
one?
went to discover the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky. I was in the yard, but
Okay,
the
there we
door
go.
was wide open, so I could keep watch on the dressing room.
Now, is this going to be providing evidence with what evidence do we have? Because we have to present evidence at this point, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
is it
we're
the
at that
map?
point.
It's the badge.
Is
It's
it
the badge?
check the map? Is it possible to see
Oh.
the dressing room from
Oh.
the yard?
Uh,
So no, because the door opens the wrong way. See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we should present this.
Yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah, good
Heck
call.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you were able to keep an eye on the dressing room while you were out in the yard. Is that correct?
That's right. The door out in the yard was wide open.
Sorry, but that makes zero sense.
Oh.
Take a look at the diagram at the backstage area. There's a clear contradiction between this diagram and the witness's testimony.
No, I'm afraid
Judge,
I
wake up!
understand. Miss Sykes, I feel like my line was skipped.
Judge, get it together!
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was done. Please point out what contradicts the witness's testimony.
I'm sorry.
Contradicts
What?
the dick.
So then, are we presenting the door?
Yeah.
I
The
think
door
it's
right
the
here?
door.
Yeah, you might not have to
Yeah.
click the door exactly, but like in that general area.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just a
yeah,
swing.
yeah.
I
Give
think.
that a go. Give that a go. How's it
Yeah.
look? Yeah.
Gator was in the yard near the doghouse. Prosecutor Blackwell even saw her there. And while she was out there, the door to the yard had been left open.
What the fuck, Jay?
What is he doing that we can't see?
He just opened up a mustache. I don't know what that's for.
Jay.
I
Jay,
can't
come on.
What?
be spied on. Oh, I see.
Oh, interesting knowing
What?
where this is going.
Yes, the yard was wide open, as Gator said. It would have blocked her view, making it impossible for her to see in the dressing room.
What?
What?
No
Whoa.
way!
What are you doing?
Why are you doing that?
I'm having a balloon.
I'm
Why
having.
are you doing that?
Hi.
It. Congratulations, ma'am. It's a balloon.
Yay!
But even if there were admittedly a few moments Gator was not keeping watch, how much could that really affect this case?
It would greatly affect this case. From the spot Prosecutor Blackwell stood, he couldn't see the dressing room door either. Anyone could have entered the dressing room during that time without being seen.
Ah!
Gero, why did you try to hide the fact that you weren't watching the dressing room?
Uh-oh.
What?
Yeah, that.
Hide the fact. You speak as though you think she had something to do with the murder. Rather than deliberate deception, it was more likely a simple oversight, right, witness? Tell her it was an oversight.
Well, I was so shocked by what happened. I was just confused. That's
Okay, so
all.
question: is the balloon 2D
Yes.
in this? Yeah,
It looks like
looks
it.
like it looks like it's like a flat image in a 3D model's hands. Which
Yeah.
is interesting. Yeah, weird. Sorry, I just wanted to comment on that.
Very
Even
fair.
though she is trying to keep up a brave front as an entertainer, the truth is that she is being torn apart by grief.
Tragic.
For her mind to be in turmoil is hardly unexpected.
Looking like that, her mind is definitely in turmoil. Ugh. She's horrifying.
Yes, it must be difficult indeed.
To a disciple, one's master is akin to a real parent. Surely her shock is immense. The way this lawyer tries to pin the blame on this poor soul at the first opportunity. All I can say is, defense attorneys are heartless creatures indeed.
Heartless.
But I wasn't. That wasn't what I was trying to. Ah!
Is it beyond your comprehension, defense?
Yes.
Your unskilled argument is scarring this witness even further.
Ow.
And if we ask the people of this courtroom, I am sure they would agree.
What? The gallery doesn't get a say in this?
Are you afraid to find out that they think ill of you, or that perhaps you are in the wrong? Listen to them now with that keen sense of hearing you are so proud of.
Move it!
You're right. That was harsh. You didn't have to go that far.
I feel like I'm so why is the witness so yellow?
She's got some big balloons! Oh, we're done.
No. I was just trying to find the truth. Why is the whole gallery signing with Prosecutor Satmati?
The people understand. They know what is right and what is wrong.
Oh yeah, why is she all by herself? Why? Hey, what's going on?
What obnoxious guy with her?
Balloon!
I can hear the voices of the gallery, and I can hear their voices of the hearts.
Oh.
It's so intense. I feel so alone up here fighting for myself.
Are you afraid, child? It is ludicrous to come to trial with such paltry preparation of the soul. I command you to leave this courtroom at once.
I can't give up. I have to keep pressing on. As long as there was a moment when nobody was watching the dressing room door, the defendant can't be convicted solely on Prosecutor Blackwell and Gator's testimonies.
Even now, you would continue to resist. You are childish in defeat as well, I see.
I'm not out for the count yet, Buster. I'm just getting started.
Despite your posturing, is it not true that your resolve could crumble at any moment? With but a little push, you would surely succumb to despair. Poo 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 poo.
Hey.
Sorry, I heard a woman in a case say that once. She got the death penalty 6 times. A little push such as this, with this piece of conclusive evidence.
Ugh.
Conclusive evidence, huh?
That is correct. We found a critical piece of evidence at the scene of the crime.
Noodles.
The victim's dying message, which he clearly spelled out in his noodles, implicates
Amber?
the accused, Bucky Wet.
11307.
037, Jay.
Look at these Japanese playing cards, known as karuta, lined up on the table. These special English versions of karuta cards spell out a message. That message, Wet No 4.
Wet no 4? You mean wet noodle number 4?
My goodness.
Yes, Wet Noodle number 4, as the 4th head chef of Wet Soba is also known.
This case certainly takes place in America.
As you see, he clearly spelled it out in his SpaghettiOs. This message points to none other than the accused, Bucky Wet.
No!
That makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Oh my god!
Wow, great job, Mr. Prosecutor.
Leave!
Nice
No!
yes.
Oh no, this is really bad. What do we do? What do we do?
Crime scene report has been updated in the record. Okay.
That's what you do.
Would you still carry on your futile fight in the face of this irrefutable evidence?
You can say whatever you want, but we won't know until we...
It is cruel to give the accused false hope. You will only compound his suffering.
Compound your suffering.
Please
That is
do.
inappropriate.
Wise people of the courtroom, do you not agree?
Yeah!
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, it's rules. It's suffering. It's conclusive evidence. What an incompetent noob. I feel bad for the victim and the defendant.
Why is she
Everything's
wearing
bad.
a maid
Noob,
outfit?
noob,
That's
noob,
not
noob,
this isn't
noob,
a cafe.
noob.
Well, I'm trying to prove Mr. What's innocent.
I know you can hear them, defense. Their voices implore you to save the accused soul. It is time for you to let it go and move on.
Oh,
you
fuck him already.
inexperienced lawyer.
I meant fuck off.
Of course you
You
did.
did. Oh, well, she died.
Oh.
Falshane, no.
Are you dead?
I didn't mean to kill you. I'm sorry.
Oh no! Jay killed Falshane.
No.
Oh, no.
Alright, it's voting time.
Any more?
Yeah,
There we go.
There you are.
Well, there you were.
Falshane?
What?
Oh, shoot.
Falshane, don't die
Back.
Falshane, please, we need you. We need you.
We miss you.
Try tapping on your clickety-clackety keyboard.
can't hear
again.
us.
That worked before.
You can't hear
Oh.
us at all.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah,
now.
back.
Why is it that you send a message, you come back?
Weird.
Yeah.
You lack
can
the
summon
confidence
the
with which
shame.
to accomplish anything meaningful here.
Is he right?
No.
Is this too much for me to handle on my own? No, you're strong and you're beautiful.
Aw. What good is she doing anyway?
Yeah.
Please quit right now.
Yeah.
Wow. Because
Sit
people say
down.
stuff like that, right?
Get out of
Why
here.
would anybody ever say that?
Why would anyone ever say that?
Now, Defense, leave everything to this humble servant of the Holy Mother.
This man has never heard of the separation of church and state.
He comes from another country.
Yay!
God damn it.
He's trying to use your keen sense of hearing against you to manipulate the trial, Athena.
What the fuck?
What a cheap trick for a supposedly holy man.
Simon,
Yo.
what are you
Look
doing?
at how stupid he is.
He's the
God.
coolest, you leave him alone. And you
And-
thought doodles in the gallery. Can't a man
We're a
watch a
what?
trial in peace?
You can't just call people fop doodles, man.
That's not okay.
That's harsh.
This inexperienced amateur is about to turn the trial around.
Okay.
What is he doing?
Does that prosecutor really think she can turn things around?
That. I'm
Wait,
pretty sure this is
prosecute-
against the rules.
Wait, does that prosecutor think that she can turn things around?
Yeah. Does he think that Athena can turn things around?
Oh, I get it. Okay.
The courtroom is starting to change. They believe in me.
Well, I mean, alright. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you doing on that side of the bench?
I grew bored of watching from the gallery.
Just because your hair is two colors does not mean you can be on both sides of the room!
Besides, if I were to leave this trial to this spring chick and lose my favorite soba shop in the process, I will be quite cross.
God.
You voluntarily stand on the side of impurity and sin? Truly what a fool you are. To think you are so easily manipulated by his parlor tricks.
Sorry, yeah, I'm just distracted. What's in your mouth?
It's a feather, you
It's a
dolt.
It's
feather.
a feather?
Oh, I thought it
Whatever
was a
happened to
doobie.
qualified and capable Athena?
That is dirty. That's just dirty. Take that out of your mouth.
Might
Trust me,
taste
this
good.
comes explicitly from one that I know quite well. So gird up your loins and steel yourself for battle.
They better have it in this game.
I'm not girding up anything in this skirt.
What?
You don't tell me what to gird and what not to gird.
What?
I don't appreciate the insinuation.
Okay, so anybody that's not aware, to gird your loins simply means to wear a thick cloth known as a girdle around the stomach and waist region under one's armor. So when they were to get stabbed or cut in the armor, in case it did cut through, there would be a gird of cloth there to add further protection.
Oh, so chain armor.
Yes. So girding
want
your
to yell
loins
"we,"
would
but
mean
I
to
can't.
add that extra padding under your armor as to protect
Huh?
you from additional damage. Anyway,
I really want to call you a weeb, but I guess this is not.
this is just
Why
general
do you know
nerdiness.
This? Do you know this because anime?
The weed police are coming.
No, I know this
Weed
because
police are here.
no.
Had enough of your shit.
I know this because I studied 17th century British literature, which includes a lot of like Shakespearean
taste?
dramas,
And they're all
including
weebs.
historical
They're all weebs,
dramas
too.
such as such as King Richard III and IV, and a lot of those plays have scenes of battle in them. And I had to study colloquialisms that were common in that time, and girding one's loins was developed around that era. And it
Wow,
comes...
we're getting some classic Falshang nerdery
So-
all up in the stream.
What
all
you're
up in the
telling
stream.
us is that Shakespeare was a weeb.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with weaviness!
Too late.
I moved full on, headlong, fucking 18,000 miles per hour. Admit that I am a weeb, but that is not weeb territory.
So Shakespeare was a weeb.
All right.
The silence is telling.
I think it actually got out.
I think maybe is he still here?
Yeah, I think it did cut out.
Did he cut out?
Oh my
He just
god.
I'm about to take Nayuta. No. Okay, there he is. There he is.
Nah, he's gone again. And
Oh, he's gone.
Falshane, gird your loins.
Oh, I hear him.
Physics.
that is me. Oh, wait. No.
Falshane.
False.
Anyway, this
Oh no!
King.
He can't defend himself.
the game got tired of me.
What the fuck is this stream?
It's great.
Oh, this is great. Okay,
It's a
I missed
result
this.
of pent-up rightness.
the streamer's just like, can we shut this fucker up, please? Anyway. It seems there is now yet another soul I must cast down into hell.
William Shakespeare.
I was in prison for a long time.
Nobody cares, Blackwell.
And hell sounds no worse than cell, to be honest. Ah, but the fires of hell will not be the end of your suffering.
I like this is basically like the good side and the bad side of Falshane talking to shit to each other. Like they're both Falshane, but they're just like the different sides of him.
They're both on Falshane's shoulders.
This is like this is Shakespeare Falshane, and the other one is Weeb Falshane.
This is high school Falchion and college Falchion.
Oh my god, it is.
Oh.
For the sin you have just committed, you shall surely be reborn as a panda in your next life.
He'd enjoy
It's
that.
adorable.
A white and black reverse panda, that is.
Oh,
That's adorable.
damn.
And you shall be put in a zoo to be exposed to public ridicule.
Sounds cute. I feel like that will work on Prosecutor Blackwell. After all, he's already used to looking like a panda in this life.
Who are you calling a panda?
Look at yourself!
You're a panda! It's so cute!
I see that you are both prepared to face the fires of damnation.
And the tickles, apparently.
Geru, thank you for your service. You may step down now.
Thank God!
I'd rather die. Okay, Toki. Bye-bye, balloon.
I hate everything.
Why did I have
I
to
just hate
leave
everything
so
right
soon?
in this general area.
Kill it with fire.
balloon.
I only like balloons. What's wrong with balloons?
Does everything have to be about balloons with
Balloons!
Now then.
Balloons!
Would somebody please muzzle the witness? I have a witness. Much better. I have a witness prepared to testify about the Kuruda cards.
And who is the witness this time?
The first to discover the body and someone who witnessed the crime scene firsthand.
Oh.
Mr. Uendo Tornado.
We should make Falshane voice him too.
Oh my god, no. Ark needs a voice.
Isn't that the victim?
No.
No.
the victim
No,
is
that was,
Haifu Tornado.
Correct, yes.
Oh my god.
Keep the players in mind, Jay. Come on
I'm
now.
sorry.
Come on, Jay!
I only know the Panda Man.
I'm getting flashbacks to listening to Brightside.
Just
The
wait.
time has come for that ponytailed pair over there to finally let it all go and move on.
We're ponytail pair.
Don't talk to me.
Very well. Let's bring in the witness then.
Okay.
Do it.
Who have I been casted as?
You're welcome.
Oh.
I'm pretty. All right, let's go.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Good luck.
I am the Rakugo storyteller Uendo Tornado. Even if my performance isn't worth watching, I will certainly watch my words.
This music's pretty good.
I wouldn't want to say anything thoughtless and get arrested.
Get it?
After all, that'd be a Raku no. Anyway. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Wait, come back!
No,
Come back, that is not...
I'm out.
You can't leave yet, you just introduced yourself.
Oh my.
Oh.
Whoa. Hang on. Are you a fan of mine, miss? This is literally just the same voice that I gave the last guy.
Good.
Would you like my autograph? Oh, one moment. Oh. Yep, that's how I spell my name. There you go. Oh!
It
You
just
like
says
that?
get fucked.
Did you like that little effect?
Ow. What did you think you're doing?
No need to stand on ceremony. My fan deserves a fan after all. See what I did there? Fan for fan, nice one. Oh, wife, it isn't Simon. How are you on this fine day, sir? Whoa. Excuse me. Quite a dilly of a pickle we found ourselves in, wouldn't you say?
I don't believe I've ever seen you talk quite so much, Uendo.
Never performed in a place like this, you know. I got butterflies here, can't you see?
Why do I always get the weird ones?
Hey, got it.
God damn it, Saps.
Pardon me, witness.
You are excused.
No, listen.
You were excused.
No, what? As much as I enjoy your banter, I believe we should return to the case at hand.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I guess you're right. In that case, I was promoted to Futatsume yesterday and received the stage of a window. It was great. The show was our way of celebrating my new name and middle rank standing. Anyway, and then that happened.
Wait, where'd the smoke come from?
Yeah, sorry, just give me a second. I never dreamed something like that had happened. Not in a million years. And just as I got my chance to start repaying my debt to Shinso too.
This guy did it.
Anyway. Yeah, plus, I'm worried about Geiru. You know, everybody's worried about Geiru. The way she clung to Shiso. Poor thing. I told her to keep a stiff upper lip. Yeah, see? Just listen. Stiff like rigor mortis.
Because he's dead, you see.
Keep telling those lame jokes and she shall come scold you from the grave. Oh. Ooh. I wouldn't mind getting yelled at, you know, if it meant seeing him again.
Tornado, please, as charming as your various characters are, this isn't a Rakugo stage.
Let us hear your testimony now, witness. Tell the court about the evidence left at the scene, the proof of the accused's guilt.
I think I really like this guy.
You're welcome. There's a reason I took the clown.
Thank you. I appreciate it. The clown. Shisho's dying message. I noticed Shiso's dying message right away. The stiff cards were right there next to the stiff, you see. Hey now, enough with the silly puns already! Anyway. Anyway, I got the meaning right away. I knew it must have been talking about Bucky. That was the Master's final message left as he was drowning in soba broth. It's so like Shisho not to write Bucky's name outright. Plain and simple wasn't his style.
I personally prefer simple and clean.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Well, that was certainly a more entertaining testimony than usual, I guess. The variety of characters performed by the witness is absolutely splendid. Yes, right?
But he shouldn't be performing any characters in the first place, Your Honor. And Unedo, the murder weapon hasn't been determined yet. So how can you say that the victim was drowned in soba broth?
Alright, well, first of all, my name is Uendo. It's obvious. All you have to do is look at the crime scene, right? He was found with his face shoved in a bowl. It's only natural to assume he was drowned in the broth for the noodles.
Except that we're not here to assume things, Unedo, so please stick to the facts.
That's not my name, Mama. It's so like a showbiz chef to kill someone that way, wouldn't you say? and with the Karuta message you left behind, it's clear Bucky Wet did it.
Setting aside the issue of murder, or the weapon for now, the murder weapon, the dying message certainly seems to indicate evidence irrefutable something, yes.
Yeah, what?
Of course.
I'm distracted by the butterflies.
What else could it be?
Indeed, it proves the absolute guilt of the accused.
Even though I gotta admit that I can't see how that message could mean anything else.
Bucky used soba for the deed, all to get back the soba shop deed. Is he really short? Why is he sitting on all that?
What is it?
Why?
What are you talking about?
This testimony makes Mr. Wet look super guilty. I have to do something.
That's his conclusive evidence? What a farce.
What do you mean, Simon?
What's this? I thought you said you weren't planning on asking me for help.
I did and I won't. Thank you very much. Simon must have found an inconsistency in the testimony. I'd better listen carefully and try and see what he found.
Cross-examination. Okay. Shisho's dying message. I noticed Shisho's dying message right away. Whoa! Jesus.
You are blind!
Unedo!
Oh.
Unudunu! When you saw the cards on the table...
Not my name.
What made you think that they were Master Unedo's dying message?
Well, it was a coded message right there next to the body. And I'm sure anybody would have thought that they were there to name this killer. Anyway, I love murder mysteries and often watch them on TV. It's the same.
Okay.
It's the same. I saw a similar scene during a murder mystery marathon last Tuesday. That's what made me think, yeah, this must be the dying message. You know, I thought that to myself. The stiff cards were right there next to the stiff, you see. Oh, Jesus.
The cards were on the table. Your master's body was slumped over, right? You must have been surprisingly calm to notice them at the time.
As I said, the stiff cards were right there next to the stiff, so they were hard to miss.
But wouldn't it have been more natural to notice the victim rather than the cards?
The message just caught my eye because the stiff cards were right there next to the stiff.
Damn it.
Stop saying that!
Not
but the fact hardly
until-
seems significant enough to make a person take note of them.
Not until you laugh. Stiff cards next to the stiff. Please laugh, please.
So basically there was no real reason for them to catch your eye.
You're not laughing. I was now. Hey, now, enough with the silly puns already.
I don't get your pun. Please explain it.
Okay.
Please remember that you're on the witness stand, not the stage.
But look at all these wonderful people in the audience. It's only natural for an entertainer to want them to have some fun. I guess we can't let a few jokes slide, right?
No, absolutely not.
I am reminded of Mo the Clown.
Yeah.
Very hard. From Phoenix Wright 2.
Oh.
I don't.
Yeah, right? Anybody remember him?
Yeah.
No? Oh, okay.
Sadly.
Alright.
The inevitable that to find myself being unwittingly judgmental in my own personal life too. Fucking
What
clowns!
What does that mean? Right. That's exactly what I'm talking about, Judgy. Yeah. Well done, Your Honor. Guess you can't judge a judge by his cover. You know what I mean?
Oh boy.
See, he just got it. He just got it.
Oh boy.
Laugh with me.
I advise the defense not to be so critical of the witness. He's fucking hilarious.
I know.
Yeah, Your Honor.
Much obliged. I am hilarious. Anyway, I got the meaning right away. I knew it must have been talking about Bucky. Wait a minute.
The cards do spell out wet no 4,
They do.
which could be interpreted as wet noodle number 4, I guess. I suppose you took this to mean Bucky Wet.
There's only one wet noodle around here, and you've seen that giant 4 on its back. It's the only interpretation that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
But wait a minute.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah,
I
what's up?
love that. What if there's another wet noodle in the area?
Oh.
It's not me.
What? Did I say something strange?
Bucky is the sole heir to the shop. So enough with the ludicrous straw grasping.
Hey, how was I supposed to know?
Just listen to the testimony again and find the glaring inconsistency.
Now we actually gotta play video games.
Video games. Oh.
Alright, so what are we doing?
Wait.
Oh, wait,
I,
are we not?
I would
No, we're
assume
not
that.
done yet.
Oh.
So the victim lined up those cards in his final moments. How can you be so certain that that's how it went down?
I know she's so. He would never let someone get the last word on him, even in death. With his face in the soba broth and his consciousness fading away, he left a message that pointed toward Bucky as he left this world. Anyway, it's the only way it could have happened.
Wait, the only way? Now you're just speculating.
Look, a dying message is something you leave as you're dying, right? I saw a scene like that in the detective show.
Hello?
No.
Yeah? Yeah, there you are.
No, he's. No.
Am I good?
Now
Alright.
you're
Very
good.
good.
Wendo, we have a saying in my country. Silence is more precious than diamonds. Please do not speak any more than is necessary.
But talking is my livelihood, you know. I talk all the time, this and that, truths and untruths. I can't stop myself from talking.
Boy, that makes you seem like a great witness.
Anyway, it's so like she showed not to write Bucky's name out right. Plain and simple, but just explains his style.
But don't you think that's strange? Could a dying person really leave such a convoluted message?
Yes.
Yeah, why not just 11037?
Even in the throes of death, it was in She-Show's nature to throw in a twist somehow. Truly the consummate entertainer till the very end, don't you think?
Was he really that great of a man, Simon?
It would have been no easy task, to be sure. But who knows? He wasn't an entertainer for 55 years for nothing.
I like the slow arm fold. If I ever bite the big one like that, I want to leave a message as good as she shows.
Well, let's hope it never comes to that, except I'm gonna murder you in your sleep
Please
tonight.
do not.
Jesus.
That is, you are threatening me in the courtroom.
Simon, are all rakugo artists like this?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. It could simply be the eccentricity of an entertainer, or perhaps he's hiding something.
Well, he doesn't have to entertain people in a court of law. And if he is trying to hide something, maybe it'll show up as a contradiction or something.
Or something.
Okay, so what are we doing here? What are we thinking? Notice she shows
Well-
a message right away.
Didn't Blackwell mention something about the glaring contradictory something when we pressed something?
It was on the
Something or something.
third or fourth message, I think.
I think it was.
Hey
the
now,
fourth.
enough with the silly puns already. Hee. Well, that can't be it. Anyway, I got the meaning right away. I knew it must have been talking about Bucky. Well, let's look at our evidence. What are our options here?
The badge.
God
Not the
damn it.
badge.
for
Crime
the
scene
badge.
report. Can we look at that? So where is this message? I don't see
It's
it.
the
I think
cards.
this- yeah, the
Supposedly
card.
it's spelled out on the cards.
It's spelled out on them? Well, that's kind of...
Oh,
Whoa.
we got a second picture there. Yeah, those cards.
I can't read anything on that.
Yeah,
Jeff,
I'm guessing
it-
we're
it-
supposed to, for the
it's
time
American.
being, just assume that that's what's being said.
Okay.
This guy was drunk as a skunk. Look at that fucking bottle.
He did good.
Yeah.
He did... That's probably,
Sake?
shit. Sake, yeah. So anyway, victim was making soba noodles from scratch in the dressing room. The room is covered in soba flour. There are 2 drink cans in the fridge. Okay, I think it's likely that it could be this, but we should look at the other things that we have.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got? We also got the Taifu's autopsy report. Time of death is between 2 and 5. Cause of death, suffocation. Nothing was found in his lungs.
Hold on.
So it doesn't say that he drowned. It says
Yeah.
that he suffocated.
yeah.
Yeah, so he could have been choked, for example,
Okay.
or smothered.
Fade.
One thing I'm
Found
questioning
in-
though. It says
Yeah.
the death time is between 2 and 5 p.m., but they found the dead body before 3 p.m.
They did?
Yeah, like at at the weed number, they went in to check up on him, didn't they?
At weed number. At weed number.
Weed number.
Okay, yeah, good call. But found in the victim's possession is the deed for the soba shop. The deed holder is Bucky Wet. Okay, so oh, there's more. Simon's eyewitness account of the time of the incident includes additional info. Tornado confirmed alive at 4 p.m. Bucky Wet entered the room at 4:10 and left at 4:20. Uendo discovered the victim's body upon entering the room after Bucky
Okay,
left.
so he died, supposedly, the guy went in, Bucky went in at 4:10 and came out at 4:20. They confirmed that
Yes.
he was alive at 4, and when Uendo went in after 4:20, he was dead. So he died sometime in that span of 10 minutes, according to this.
Or 20,
Well-
we don't know.
Maybe. Okay, so
There's also this.
the invitation Simon received from Master Tornado to the show commemorating Uendo's name, succession, and promotion. Inside the envelope was a ticket to the show and a letter from the victim. The letter contained a simple greeting of the rundown of the show's program. Gary was to perform her balloon act, and Uendo was going to do his soba glutton routine. And finally, Master Tornado was to perform his time soba routine. I think that it's probably the photographs, personally speaking.
What do you think, Amber? Oh, no, it's person.
It's not Amber. Amber's at the other place.
What are the other quotes?
Quotes?
The other,
Oh,
like,
the things that he says.
yeah.
That was the master's final message left as he was drowning in soba broth. It's so like Shisho not to write Bucky's name outright. Plain and simple was the style. Whoa. Alright. What do you think, Anna?
I think that we can present
the autopsy that there was nothing in his lungs, right where he says he was drowning in the soba.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Did it
that sounds
say-
right.
Yep, there you go.
Drowning.
Yeah.
So, okay, so you would present.
I mean, that was
Okay.
the most obvious thing to me.
All right.
Yeah,
that's fair.
that makes
that's
sense.
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down for that. Let's do it.
Oh,
Yep.
Nice.
Alright.
yeah, I don't remember how to present evidence in this trial at all.
There's a contradiction in Unato's testimony.
Not my name.
Unato.
And would
Window.
you care to explain, Miss Sykes?
Oh hell yeah.
Would you care to explain? Meow.
Sound of the
Thank you for the
technology.
explanation.
Okay.
The part of Widget will be played by Parsnip.
Oh my god, yes. Certainly, Your Honor. According to the autopsy report, nothing unusual was found in the victim's lungs.
Ah, yes! It does say that, doesn't it?
God damn it, Judge.
Does it not?
New.
If he had drowned in a bowl of soba, then there should have been soba broth in his lungs. But since there wasn't any, it means the victim was suffocated with something other than soba broth.
Oh,
What?
This is the contradiction you noticed, isn't it, Simon?
Not bad. Not bad at all. How does the
yeah,
feather
I
stay in
remember
your
this.
face?
I guess I showed you.
But if drowning in the soba broth wasn't the cause of death, then when was the victim's face thrust into the bowl?
Typho Tornado's face was thrust into the bowl probably after his murder.
After his murder.
Yeah.
it says,
Yeah. Because no soba broth was discovered in the victim's lungs, his head must have been placed in the bowl after he was killed. And that's when the soba broth must have spilled onto the Karuta cards. In other words, the victim could not have lined up the cards as he was drowning.
We have a first-time viewer in, and they says, is the defense attorney from a maid cafe? and we have Drangle who says she can have hobby.
I see. So it was done after he was already dead? But why would the culprit do such a thing? Oh, god damn it. Butterfly? Butterfly.
Hey.
Oh, sorry, Parsnip was trying to knock things off the table.
You boast of psychological expertise, yet you cannot determine such a simple motive. My sides are liable to split at the absurdity.
Yeah, you're just laughing so fucking hard, aren't you?
Hold on. Ha! Oh, please.
Meow.
Athena.
What? Oh, what? Then you know why?
Of course. Desecrating the body in that matter indicates a strong sense of enmity on the part of the perpetrator.
Jay?
Oh,
Okay.
what?
Pay
It makes
attention,
sense. All right,
people!
I get it.
He said it.
It certainly paints a clear picture of the victim's intense feelings towards the victim.
The victim's intense feelings towards the victim.
Feelings of resentment.
Okay. Jay?
Wow.
Shane?
Feelings of resentment over the
Yay!
fact of the soba shop's deed, no doubt.
Just great. Now the judge has even more on favor on you, Predator Bucky. Drunken.
Must you
bastard.
come undone at every juncture?
Yes.
Yes.
If the culprit had time enough to set up Master Tornado's body, do you think they would have honestly failed to notice the dying message?
Yes. Yes, I do. Rationally speaking, there's no way the culprit could have missed that, huh?
which one of you is the defendant here, or the defense here? What was the accused rationale at the time, given the way he stormed out of that room?
Silence.
Damn.
Never mind that. I have something more important to ask Uendo.
Oh, me!
You saw the credit cards firsthand, did you not? Would you care to tell us about them in a bit more detail? Those tiny crime scene photos show us precious little of what I wish to know.
What I wish to know is how he gets that kind of volume in his ponytail.
I volumize!
Well, those cards are from Shisho's special Soba Scenes of Tokyo Past set. Each card is related in some way to Soba.
Spare me the history lesson. Just tell me how the cards looked at the scene and no more.
Eep. Well, there was soba broth spilled all over them.
That's not much help, I'm afraid. Prosecutor Sadmati, do you have a photo that shows the cards more clearly?
See, this is what I was expecting.
Please. Please show.
I do. Please accept this meager offering, Your Honor.
I will, like a year late!
What?
Oh, that's me.
Oh, what, number 4?
Yeah. That's you, Judge.
Oh, what delicious looking cards!
Delightful.
Yeah, I saw it.
Well. Tearing Prosecutor Sad Monk's conclusive evidence apart shall be a breeze with this.
Damn!
Prosecutor Sad Monk.
I love it when you roast yourself.
I'm good at it. What can I say? Don't
What?
tell me you haven't noticed.
Of course I've noticed. I noticed everything. It's amazing. Look how we're gonna win right now, right?
Nah, screw his Cosman. But it's bad the court record.
He just dies. The announcer's dead now.
Nice!
Miss Sykes, do you really see a problem with the prosecutor's claim about these cards?
Well, go on then.
Do it!
Oh, you dick. Of course! Allow me to point out that these cards were... Rearranged.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Yep.
These cards are rearranged.
Oh, the spill. How can
There
you
you go.
tell? I mean, yes. Oh, God.
Yep. The spill doesn't match.
Huh. Oh, I see what you mean. I see.
The soba broth stains don't match.
I think that was one of the first things I noticed when I played this game initially. I was just, when are we gonna bring that up?
Yeah. Please focus your attention on the soba broth stains on these cards. The outlines of these stains don't match up with the larger stain on the table.
Oh, would you look at that? You're absolutely right. And
Please recall that the soba broth was spilled and then got on the cards after the murder.
I still
When
don't
the
get it.
When the victim's face was placed in the bowl.
Yes, go on.
By the stains, we can see that the culprit deliberately rearranged the cards. In other words, the message was altered in order to pin the crime on my client.
What? Then, if we put the cards back in their original positions...
We can restore the evidence and see who the cards were really pointing towards.
Ow.
That's true.
Oh.
He's
Then
dead.
what are we waiting for? Let's do this.
Are we playing an actual game now?
Yeah, I think Hannah has to actually do this now.
That's fine. This is gonna be so fucking difficult.
Yup.
Also, what are the
All right.
chances that the cards happen to also spell out what number 4?
So, I think you want to click on the card and drag it onto the spot.
Oh.
It's the top. It's the top left. And
Yeah.
right there.
Is
Yeah.
Is it letting you do it?
It's
Can you,
right
No,
there.
can you tap the spot?
Oh, you have to drag the card, very likely.
No, it
Oh,
won't
try
let me.
clicking on the
Tap-
spot.
tap
No,
the
I'm
spot.
thinking I think I have to present this spot.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah. Okay,
percent.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Ah.
Huh. Okay. So that one goes
bottom
to the bottom
right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody strain your brain too hard on this puzzle, guys.
So,
I'm a try.
Okami girl.
well, ain't this just a puzzle?
This is very difficult,
This is
you
the
guys.
hardest puzzle ever.
Law school has not prepared me for this.
But we have
Oh,
finally proven this game's in America. The state
that's-
looks like Wisconsin.
Hang on, this puzzle's too hard. The police are coming for it.
The
Police
state
are
looks
coming
like
for the-
Wisconsin.
No,
Yeah,
it doesn't.
the
Have
state.
you ever
Wisconsin.
seen what Wisconsin looks like, Jay?
Yeah, like the
It
state.
looks more. It looks more like Australia. Well, a little skewed. A little bit.
Oh,
The police is
crap.
arresting Jay for his poor
crap.
judgment.
So wait.
Oh,
so
crap.
then it says
Owen.
Owen 4th. Owen 4th.
I guess.
What does Owen 4th mean?
Okay,
Owendo the fourth?
Oh.
I just...
Owendo.
I don't know.
There were
Where
more
could
cards.
it go?
I don't know. It's a hard question.
it's on Ark's
Oh,
face.
whoa.
Yeah.
It's a Wayne.
So the wet message,
Oh.
Bitch, we've got you now!
it's the main police. Owen 4th. And this original message is our clue to the identity of the true culprit.
Blast the theme came back.
Sorry, I really like the song. That indignant look on Prosecutor Sadmog's face is positively priceless.
I love that nickname.
This is absurd.
Oh, so it was originally Owen 4th. What does that mean? What does that mean?
We're in
What does that mean?
America.
Does anybody know?
Fuck
Does
yeah.
anybody know what Owen 4th means?
God damn it, order! Order in the court! Hey, well, I would have never imagined that there'd be more to the cards than meets the eye.
You can read the cards updated in the court record. Yeah. Also,
This song is so catchy, leave me alone!
You're not wrong. The remake is even better than the original. The remix.
So now that that's settled, what does Owen 4th mean?
I have no idea!
I have,
Who else do you suppose is to provide an explanation? Of course it's you!
I hadn't thought about that yet.
Change the cards around all you'd like, but if you cannot explain what the message means, then it is as worthless as you are, defense.
What if someone just tried
Prosecutor
to?
Sadmog is being mean.
What if someone just tried to rearrange them so that they would just make him look like the
Guilty.
culprit? Yeah.
Yeah, bitch.
And
Oh, sorry.
Sure, nope, that's fine. I wasn't talking. I don't give a shit. Whatever.
Wait.
No, I don't even want to play anymore. It's okay.
Uh,
Actually, I do have to get
Get
going,
back.
like ASAP.
Oh.
really? Okay, I think then we're probably gonna cut it off here. But
Yeah.
this is a cute trial. I
this
like it
is
so
fun.
far. I like a window.
Yeah, Wendo's a
Wendo
good
lot.
character so far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wendo's really
I
cute.
hate the clown lady.
Balloons.
I didn't hate the balloon lady.
I hate her.
She's kind of adorable.
I hate
Twist.
her.
I just don't
Alright,
like looking at her.
I don't like anything about her.
I just don't like her, you know, anything.
I don't like anything going on in this general area.
Alright, folks, but we're gonna come back to this eventually.
Yeah, I think this trial is going pretty well, and so far this game has been so good.
We're leaving.
Mine
We're
was-
leaving now. We're leaving now. Bye, everybody.
Bye.